name is Carmen, and today we've got a reading for you about a person from your past coming back around just as new love is starting to bloom with somebody else. So there's a new divine connection. You may have already met this person, or it may be right around the corner, but there's a little bit of a heads up geared towards you to make sure that you know that there's probably someone from your past that's going to show up. They're going to tell you that this time around they intend to do right by you, that they're going to actually follow through on their promises. So a bit of a Two of Swords or Crossroads decision that you'll have to make. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chantum. And I hope you're having a good day so far. Hello, Michael. Hello, ADD. If you would like a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedonestarot@gmail.com. I'm doing more live streams from my phone versus my laptop, so there's a different angle for the camera, but I did check, and the description box is the same with this style as well. There's a link in there right below the email address if you're interested in figuring out how to become a member of the channel. Hello, Carol Ann. How are you doing? So let's dive in. We'll get some additional information from the Rider-Waite. What else? Ten of Pentacles, Tower. Ten of Cups in the reverse. See, I think there is some sort of dream or nightmare, or maybe even it's seeing a social media post or seeing you out and about with somebody, hearing some sort of tea or gossip about you. But I think someone from your past ends up hearing that you are dating or you're interested in somebody, or someone decided to shoot their shot with you. But this is making someone from your past feel like this is the last chance they'll have to do something to reclaim the connection that you have together. But I think there is also some fear that you've already let go of the connection from your past, and that you're pretty determined to focus on the new energies. Hello, April Fools. How are you doing? Hello, Jess. Thank you. I appreciate you. I think it's the different format. There's definitely a different algorithm, or reaches a different audience, apparently, when it's a live stream from mobile. So we've got Nine of Pentacles and Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. So we've got this individual from your past wanting you to reject a new divine connection, wanting you to, you know, as you're single and looking good, or you're going through a little bit of a glow up. For some of you, this is a reference to paying very close attention to your intuition, and it's paying off for you. This person realizes, your ex or someone from your past, they realize that you're getting more attention. They want you to turn someone down. They're over here watching you like, but I thought you said you loved me. How could you, move on? That's crazy talk. Hello, Bitchy Tata. How are you doing? Hello, Steven. What's going on? Two of Pentacles, Page of Cups, and the Eight of Swords. The thing is, when it comes to accepting or considering love offers or even apologies, because the Page of Cups can refer to both. And I would imagine this person from your past knows if they're going to make a presence known, or if they're going to get back into your social circle, there's an apology that probably needs to be discussed, right? I feel like as far as you making a decision, you know very clearly who you're dealing with or what you're comparing, and that this individual from your past, whether you dated them exclusively or not, has had struggles in terms of being open and understanding how they feel, expressing those emotions, whatever it might be. Hello, Alberto. What's up, Michael? How you doing? Hello, Aqua Beauty. How we doing? Oh, that's great. I did mention the Two of Swords. We have that Crossroads energy, right? And it's clarifying the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles, by the way, is pre-Empress energy. That doesn't have to be a commentary on your gender. It just means that you're leveling up. You're getting close to this sense of ascension, right? Letting go of a lot of the things that hold people back in terms of becoming the people they're meant to be. So this feels to me almost, wow. I was just going to say, this feels to me like in a video game, it would be the boss level, right? So we have Empress in the reverse because you're the Nine of Pentacles about to become the Empress, or there's something here where someone wants to prevent you from becoming the Empress. So many of you have been able to address some of the issues that you had, whether it was domestic issues, work issues, family issues, that have put you into this Nine of Pentacles energy, which means basically that 10th Pentacle, which was the first card that came out, would be the relationship. That would elevate you to the Empress level. So it's about this one person that might still have a way to your heart, being able to acknowledge that if they're not approaching you in a genuine way, or if they haven't been able to heal what they needed to heal, that they don't have a place in your heart. It sounds kind of harsh, but this is, I think, the last test going for you with regards to your love life, where you can basically say, I know that's not right. I know that's somebody that I care for deeply, or I know that we have an excellent connection of, you know, some spiritual sort, but when it comes to the 3D or real life, it seems to be more challenging than it needs to be, right? Choosing the new person could be a big part of your life. Wow, okay. So sometimes Spirit makes me call you out in a slightly awkward way. Part of the connection and the draw that keeps this past person coming back around and wanting more is that physical intimacy. It could be that that's part of what you enjoy about this person, or what made it difficult to forget this person. But I think when you really analyze what's going on with that connection, it's a little bit lacking with regards to the emotional or the mental, right? Hello, Lilith. Hello, how's it going, Michael? Hello, Redbeard. Hello, Eartha. Well, Jess, if you ever need to, you can steal my comment, which is, I take back everything nice I ever said about you. I said that with a serious face to my brother when we were playing Rook? It's kind of like euchre or 500. And he totally kicked my ass. I was a little upset about it. All right, so look, this person who's coming back around, you know they like to love bomb. You know that this is somebody who can win over people with a smile, or there's certain things that they can say and they know it's going to melt you. Maybe they even know certain things with regards to your spiritual beliefs, like they try to make sure they text you at 11:11. This is somebody who's going to pull out all the stops, whatever they can do to make it more likely that you will interact with them or choose them, or more importantly, not choose the new person. They don't want you to get into a relationship, but they're also not ready to get into a relationship. So seems a little unfair. Hey, Key Controller, how's it going? Thank you, Aqua Beauty. Oh, look. I was saying hi to Key Controller and the key player card came out. They're issue here is they have not done their healing, this person from your past, but they view you as like the most important person in their life. They just don't really know how to show it to you. And it turns out that's actually a really core component of like having a relationship. Sorry. Just saying, you know, it's kind of important. All right, this is the Jack-o'-lantern tarot. It's true. Is it? Oh no. All right, another Two of Swords. Definitely a decision. You've got two people that want to be with you. One is, I think, missing the mark, and you know it, because your approach or like your reaction, if this person calls, shows up, messages you, is like, you again? Or seats taken. I don't think you want to hear from this person, or if you do hear from them, you're kind of like, this is not work. This is not doing it for me anymore. Sorry. It's not exactly, you know, thrilling for you, and they're hoping they can somehow get back that energy where you really did care about them or love them, right? The thing is, you have seen too much of their trickery or their dishonest actions to have much trust or faith in them, and that's difficult to come back from. So we have the Fool and the Page of Swords. This person from your past somehow gets word that you have met someone new, or that somebody's, you know, meeting you out for dates. Hi, Toby. How's it going? Hello, John. They get word, Page of Swords, could be on social media, and this makes them frustrated. They feel competitive, or they feel possessive of you. Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, Knight of Wands. So if I come running in real quick, or if I send you a message, or if I show up on your front doorstep, can I win you back? If I make some grand gesture and maybe it's impulsive or a bit reckless, is that going to be enough for you to forget about whoever this like new person is? I do feel like they're a little, what's the word? Snarky? Hello, Lemonade. How's it going? Oh, don't worry, Lemonade. This is somebody who's mad because you've got a choice between a new person and the ex. But that new connection is looking a little bit more shiny, interesting, exciting. And I feel like the ex is not expecting that you have gotten over it. You see the lack of effort or the lack of healing, and this is why you took action to go elsewhere. Some of you may have moved, some of you may have changed jobs, but I feel like there is an actual shift that has happened, and it's very much so impacted how you view this individual. Hey, Carrie, how are you doing? Yeah, that's valid. What else? We've got the Three of Pentacles. Three is a crowd. They don't like that you have somebody else in your life. They don't like that somebody else is pursuing you or is interested in you, especially because this is somebody who's like actually kind of putting them to shame in terms of how they treat you or how they approach you. So whether this is someone you've met or yet to meet, this could be Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, but this is somebody who's grounded. This is somebody who knows what they're looking for. They like the energy that the two of you have as far as your connection, and they're doing the things the person from your past refused to do or just like never got around to doing in terms of a mature adult connection, communication, setting expectations or talking through the more difficult elements, right? Key controller, try to go back in. Like if you X out of the reading, sometimes the second go is better. This is the gold foil tarot. Star in the reverse. The world. I don't think this ex has a chance with you. The world is the end or like a completion, right? You've learned your lesson. You can tell that this is somebody who's more about trying to like manipulate the situation and get what they want versus doing right by it or following through on what they said, right? Where did it go? Okay. Oh, I like that one. It's the Six of Wands. And the Three of Swords. Ooh, okay. So the thing is, part of this is karma. Your ex is someone who was careless with your heart and they had higher expectations with what you're supposed to do, right? They ask more of you than they're willing to offer you. And so when they see you successfully moving on or in that Nine of Pentacles energy, things are looking up or going better for you, partly because you don't have that baggage anymore, right? This breaks their heart. They want you to feel guilty about that. I'm sorry, what? You want me to feel guilty about the fact that, like, what? You don't have to feel guilty about not waiting around for someone who mistreats you. I say this to the ex of yours. Life gets a lot easier when you learn to drop the extra or the unnecessary expectations you have of others. And I'm not saying you should expect everyone to be an awful human. I'm saying some people end up with this Three of Swords because they have unrealistic expectations of those around them. So having realistic understandings of behavior and who you're dealing with can help that, right? I feel like that's why you're not interested in pursuing what could potentially change with this person from your past. I do feel like you've already given it your best and they decided not to reciprocate. So Two of Swords is in the reverse. They come back around, they make some sort of offer and you're kind of like, no, not interested. Got more important things going on, or I think I have ridden that ride enough. Thank you. Yes. Hello, happy survival. I hope you're having a good day. This is the truth is. This person's watching you. Like with all the streaming services out there, they can't find something to watch. Yellow Jackets is good. I didn't get paid for that. Watching you. They've got some way to get information on what's going on in your life. That's why Page of Swords is saying, I know that there's somebody else in your life. I know there's someone else who's interested in you, and maybe even that they're treating you better than I ever treated you. And that's why they're worried. That's why there's a sense of urgency. I have to like swoop in and do something cutesy or nice just to distract you from this new energy. And I feel like you are not interested. Oh, it's pretty good. It's creepy. Oh, okay. This individual from your past is insecure, and this leads them to being the type to gaslight or to make someone feel small because they feel small themselves. So sending a hug to anybody out there that deals with insecurities, you matter and you deserve to be loved. We just have to make sure that we are in control of the energy that we offer to others because you tend to get back what you give, right? This is the situations deck. Tell me more about this new person. Hey, Rainbow Warrior, how are you doing? Wow. It is only a matter of time before this person is hoping that you are exclusive. They are not interested in anybody else. They feel like it's only a matter of time because things are going really well. For some of you, there's actually a little bit of a suspicion that they might have been kind of like assisted by someone in terms of like divine intervention. Some of you are connecting with or are about to connect with this new love interest that lost someone very special to them. This could be a family member, this could be a best friend, something along those lines. And I do feel like there's energy here that's trying to help the two of you come together because you do have these good intentions and would be happy together. For others of you, this intervention, this rescue is more so saying that you, how do I say this? At a certain point, I feel like some of you said, why am I waiting for someone to rescue me when I can rescue myself? I don't need somebody to tell me this is not the right relationship or the right situation for me. I'm going to leave, right? Hello, Wendy. Hello, Mr. Thames. How you doing? Hello, Elise. How are you today? Ooh, so we've got gossip. I'm telling you, someone's talking about the two of you getting along really well, and it's getting back to that ex. It could even be that there's some social media reason your ex was able to find out who the new person is that you're seeing, and they may have followed them. But there's inside information here, right? I know that you're dating this person, or I know that you're interested in this person, and I feel like you are about to get into a relationship. I don't want to lose you, so how can I come back around and cause you problems? And it's like you've just tuned out this radio station completely. You're like, whatever, it's crackly and stupid, so get out of here. They feel like they can distract you or get you to reject this person, and I think they are terribly mistaken. All right. This is the Gold and Lenormand. What else do we have about the new love, please? Hey, Johnny, how are you doing? Hello, is it Helder? How are you doing? Thank you, Elise. All right, we've got the House, number 4, and the Cross, number 36. Yeah, this is someone who feels like home to you, or this is someone who makes you feel comfortable. I do feel like you've got some ability to connect or relate with each other because of the more difficult things that you've been through. In other words, I think you've both been through the dark night of the soul. I think you've both grown as individuals before you connect, which means there is a balance here, and I feel like you would do well in terms of like living together, balancing out each other's energies, right? There's a strength here that enables you to be able to resolve conflicts in a much more mature way than you've been able to do in previous relationships. Now, for some of you, I do think this borders stubbornness, so that could be a little bit of a challenge, but I think the intention here on both sides is that you want to make sure that when you're discussing things you maybe don't agree on or an argument, that you're still focusing on being respectful of each other. So it's a very mature approach, and I don't know that you could count on that from the person that you dealt with previously. I feel like you had to leave some things unsaid because you couldn't really predict how that person would react. This is the Gilded Reverie. Hello, Ghostly Nightingale. How are you doing? Aw, that's so cute. We've got number 39, which is the dice. You are being encouraged to take a little bit of a gamble, take a little bit of a risk. And I'll tell you right now, it's not with the person from your past. You are forging a new connection, and it's one that is built on genuine feelings, someone who's interested in you, who happens to be authentic, who can communicate. Versus this person from your past who like sends you on a wild goose chase or likes to play with how you understand things. Yeah. The individual from your past is going to get what they consider to be bad news, which is, I have actually moved on. I don't see any future from us. There was a time and a place where maybe this would have worked out, but it didn't. And that's just, that's just how the cookie crumbles. I'm sorry, I can't resist it. Hello, Darth. How are you doing? All right, let's get a few more from... This is the Pause Tarot. Yep, I can't blame you on that one. Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, Four of Swords, and the Magician. I suppose some would look at this, especially if it were from the vantage point of your ex, as a failure or too little too late. Wheel of Fortune is in the reverse because this person has missed their chance with you. There is no extension. There is no second on-ramp or off-ramp to the city. This is, I've been doing my healing. I've been focusing on what I need to, and things have changed. So I've already, you know, updated my wish list, and you're not on it. I think this person's going to be quite shocked to find that you are falling in love or more interested in a new person versus them. They think highly of themselves, at least some of the time. I feel like they're very confident in terms of always being able to pique your interest, but they don't know if they can keep it. We have Justice. This is karma because they did not do right by this connection. They were indecisive. They had the opportunity to see that you would have treated them differently, that you wanted to have something serious, but it's like going to get some ice cream and then you bring it home and you set it on the counter and you're like, maybe like tomorrow. That's not how ice cream works. Hello, Maribel. How are you doing? Hello, Amy. How's your day? So we've got the World in the reverse. They don't want to accept that it's over. This is why we have somebody making like a Hail Mary approach, or this is my last effort, so I might as well make it a big gesture. This could be somebody who's looking to surprise you, bring you a gift, or even make some sort of comment about, I'm ready to commit. And I feel like that's like the farthest thing from your mind with this person. Yeah, Lovers in the reverse. You do not choose them. I think you are wanting to choose someone else. So this new person, Judgment. This new person's decisive, where the person from your past has been indecisive. This is somebody who, if things are difficult, if there is an argument, if there is some weird energy between the two of you, or maybe if they just feel like you look like you need a hug, this is someone who's going to say, what can I do? Can we talk about it? How do we resolve it? They're not going to let things just like, I don't know, fester and cause resentment, right? Hello, HRH. I don't need to be saved like that. That's interesting. Oh, yep, that makes sense, Elise. Ooh. Five of Pentacles in the reverse. Knight of Cups in the reverse. Your new love is someone who has gone through a period of loneliness or feeling like people were not there for them. They've been able to manage despite like multiple things happening, multiple challenges at once. Yeah, they had to balance everything. They found a way. It wasn't easy, but they've definitely learned from it. The Emperor, the Fool, and the Queen of Swords. Communication is key, and they are good at it. This new individual is someone who's very focused on the life that they want to live. I feel like they've already made a lot of plans. They've already made a lot of progress individually. They may have a very clear-cut understanding, I think they do, of the type of partner that they're looking for, and you look just like it. So I think with the Queen of Swords, we've got a new love that knows how to communicate what they're feeling, what they like, what they don't like, but also how to get through those difficult times if you're arguing or if you aren't seeing eye to eye. How can we resolve this so it doesn't turn into something that it doesn't need to be, right? So very mature. Hi, Jimmy. How are you doing? All right, I'm going to leave it there. I love you all. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes, and I hope